The first move towards progress is deciding not to stay where you are. In your early years, you worry about others' opinions, later, you swear you don't care, and eventually, you realize they weren't thinking about you at all. Solitude is empowering. It teaches you that you need yourself more. We create fears in stillness and conquer them through action. If you want to make a mistake, ask everyone for their opinion. Don't look back, you're not heading that way. The pain others caused you gave you the strength you now possess. Life often tests you before blessing you. Focus on the lesson, not the hurt, and you'll continue to grow. The magic you seek is in the work you're avoiding. You can choose to be positive or negative, but only one leads to progress. Keep your plans private and just take the next step. A closed mouth doesn't attract trouble. Those who say you can't are usually afraid that you will. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself. You are listening. Stop thinking you're doing it wrong. Your path is unique for a reason. If something makes you happy, keep it to yourself. The family you build is more important than the one you came from. Knowing yourself reduces your need for others' approval. Just because the past didn't go as planned doesn't mean the future can't exceed your dreams. Don't let small minds convince you that your dreams are too big. Trying to please everyone often pleases no one. We can't become what we want by staying the same. The truth is, everyone will hurt you. Find the ones worth enduring the pain for. If you keep questioning if something is right, it probably isn't. Accept both praise and criticism. Both are necessary for growth. You did your best with what you knew. Don't judge your past actions with today's wisdom. Bad habits are like a cozy bed, easy to fall into, hard to get out of. In the end, we regret the chances we didn't take and the relationships we were too afraid to pursue. Waiting for change without action is like waiting for a bus at a train station. We gain wisdom through reflection, imitation, and experience, though experience is the hardest teacher. Don't let others' opinions silence your inner voice. Hope for the best but prepare for the worst. Respect yourself because others can tell if you don't. It's impossible to please everyone, and trying will only lead to frustration. Stay away from those who see no fault in themselves but find it in you. Focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase. Be brave enough to be bad at something new. Your thoughts are like boomerangs. What you send out comes back. Listen to those who tell you what you don't want to hear. The longer you hold on to what's not for you, the longer you delay what is. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. Don't rely too much on anyone because even your shadow leaves in darkness. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. It's better to act and regret than to regret not acting. Excuses make today easy but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard but tomorrow easier. If you're a giver, know your limits because takers don't have any. If you don't clear your mind, you'll drop what's in your hands. Don't share your problems without a solution in mind. It's not focus you lack, it's consistency. It's not skill you lack, it's strategy. It's not resources you lack, it's discipline. Your future is in your hands, but doubt is in your head. Everyone wants to avoid struggle, not realizing it's where character is built. Avoid self-pity, it's dangerous. Vision without action is just a dream. Trying too hard to forget someone is just another way of remembering them. Never let a lack of support stop you from achieving your goals. Don't fear losing people, fear losing yourself trying to please everyone. Procrastination is your enemy. Once mature, you'll see silence is more powerful than proving a point. A lack of boundaries invites a lack of respect. Work harder than you talk about your plans. Stop choosing what isn't choosing you. Learn to be okay with not being included. Success won't happen overnight, but quitting guarantees it won't happen at all. Work at your job to make a living, work on yourself to make a fortune. The hardest part is the beginning. The rocket uses most of its fuel during takeoff. People avoid the truth because it shatters their illusions. Don't be upset by the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. Your success journey begins with taking a chance. Be alone until someone values you. If you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. The things you say about others reveal much about you. Don't be afraid to start over. This time, you're starting with experience. It's not the future that's unclear, it's your thoughts about it. Stop expecting life to be fair, start expecting to be a better player. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. Embarrassment is the price of entry. If you're not willing to look like a beginner, you'll never become a master. You are responsible for your happiness. Don't expect others to make you happy. You're right about all the things you think you need to do. Don't wait, start now. Not everyone will make it to your future. Some are just passing through to teach you lessons. Be a good person, but don't waste time proving it. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. The best way to keep a promise is not to make one. Expect little from others and much from yourself. That's the key to happiness. You may regret your words, but you'll never regret your silence. Don't let the same people disappoint you twice. Nothing is too hard if you break it into small tasks. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. Don't sacrifice your progress for the sake of a friend. They might not have done the same. Today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again. Happiness isn't something you postpone for the future, it's something you create now. Keep your private life private until you win. Being alone is better than being with fake people who pretend to care. Don't be afraid to give up the good for the great. The more people let you down, the quicker you'll realize life doesn't stop for anyone. Sometimes you have to lose something good to gain something better. Be cautious who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Success is getting what you want, happiness is wanting what you get. Most people stay in the same place because their anchors hold them down. You should prioritize yourself before anyone else. Sometimes, you have to go to war with yourself to fix yourself. You won't always be motivated, so you must learn to be disciplined. The fastest way to succeed is to start now and figure it out along the way. You can't learn to drive in a parked car. You make the best decisions when you're in pain because avoiding the same pain is the strongest motivator. What we do during work hours determines what we have. What we do in leisure hours determines what we are. Treat someone as they are, and they will remain so. Treat them as they could be, and they will become what they could be. The best way to lift your spirits is to lift someone else's. Work like you have no one to rely on. Your life isn't yours if you always care about others' opinions. The people you love most can be your biggest weaknesses. Set your mind on a goal, and watch how quickly the world steps aside. Once you recognize your value, you'll be surprised at what you once settled for. Keep your thoughts and knowledge to yourself. A friend today could be an enemy tomorrow. If someone treats you like an option, leave them as a choice. To move forward, you need to leave something behind. It's best to let go at the right time, or you'll be left with regrets. Be impatient with actions but patient with results. The only limits on your achievements are the ones you place in your mind. Distance yourself from people who bring out the person you're trying not to be. Embrace solitude as a time for self-discovery and reflection. Forgive your old self, you've changed. Many people you confided in have already shared your secrets. Stop trying to skip the struggle, that's where character is built. If you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution. There are no shortcuts to anywhere worth going. A true test of character is what you do when no one is watching. Do what's right for you, even if it hurts those you love. When you work for someone else's dream, you sacrifice your own.